A beautiful Monday morning, the 3rd day of the month of February 2020. How time flies, you already named another month, the 2nd month of the year. My name is Abia, welcoming you to the program that comes to inform, entertain, and educate you. Your What's Up Breakfast program on MCL TV. Good morning, Abia. I have with arms with me. Good, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning to you, Ojuba. Good morning to you, others. Welcome to your One-Stop Breakfast program on MCL TV. Good morning, Abia.
You know the way we start with you every morning, hot and special. All right, this morning, before we go into any other thing we have for today, let's quickly look at the words on marble. And the words on marble this morning is a very striking one.
It's coming from David Brinky. It says, a successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him.
A very special one. A man, a successful man. This time it's not just about men, it's about everybody. That man represents everybody. It says a successful person is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him or her. You know, the problem in life, especially in this part of the world these days, is that we talk down on people. We say a whole lot of negative things about situations. We tend to always see those aspects that tends to pull us down, tends to like take us backwards a whole lot. Not really looking at those areas that could advance us, you know, as a people, as a nation, and then be able to also influence other ways. Now, when you look at the way people treat you, when you want to always consider the way people react to you, definitely you're not going to succeed unless you are ready to pick up whatever it is thrown at you, use it positively, and try to grow yourself, grow your environment, grow those around you. Not everybody wants you to succeed, not because they don't want you to succeed, but because they feel that it shouldn't just be about you, it should be about maybe them. All right, now within them they start acting sometimes unconsciously, not even knowing what they're doing, but to a large extent exhibiting those characters that could pull somebody down. But if you're one that believes that you have what it takes to succeed, and also believes in the power of disadvantage, I tell people there's something called power of disadvantage. When you feel you're being disadvantaged, you want to pull everything with you and move forward. Surely you will succeed.
Yeah, you know, there is a story about this dog that actually fell into a well, and all efforts to save the dog was proved futile or wasn't successful. And so the people said, okay, since the dog can't come out, let us bury him alive. And they kept pouring sand and with every drop of sand, with every every shovel of sand that was thrown on the dog would always stand on it, and that was how the dog had to stand till it came out. It simply means if people are throwing things at you, bricks at you, and saying things to actually weigh you down, that is even the more reason why you should always try to rise. You can actually turn your lemon to lemonade. You can actually make the best of every situation. You can use that, like you said, the power of disadvantage. You can always want to use everything you can at that moment, because when you're saying those things or trying, there must be one or two things you are learning. There's one or two things you are getting from all those things, and you see, you actually blossom into that person you've always wanted to be. So I think when people throw things at you, say that's the more reason why you should never ever give up. You know why? The best revenge, like an artist says, is success. It's not even trying to get back at the person. Success, it could be through what you've done, excelling at what you do, trying to soar above those people. You see, and people will be amazed. There's a way you be throwing bricks at somebody, and the person is even using it to make a wall, build a house. And the person is amazed. I've been trying to throw stones at this person, but he keeps making the best out of everything I've thrown. At the time, they'll even on their own get shocked and stop doing that. So I think today, the best revenge is success, not trying to throw back at the people who are throwing.
Person, yes. Yeah. That's a successful person. It goes to us to tell us that whatever that happens in life, there's always a way out.
Sure.
At the end of the tunnel, light will always come. The best is for you to be on the lookout. Just be. Somebody said a glimmer of hope. It comes. It's just like a flash. If you hold on to it, you would have climbed. Okay, but some people, the moment they hit that trials, I always tell people it's a challenge. They hit the challenge.
I think it has to do with the paradigm. It has to do with the mentality. I think the person has to start first with their psyche, their psychology. Even if you keep telling the person, try to make juice or lemonade out of the lemons, and the person doesn't have that psychology or psyche or mentality that I can make the most out of this situation, no matter how much you try to talk or say inspirational words to the person, motivational talks to the person will still remain where it is. I think a successful person has to do with the mind of success. Success has a mentality. Being successful has this particular mentality. No matter where you are, even if you're in the world, in the village, wherever you are, if you have that mentality, you can always succeed. So I think it has to first start with the person changing their paradigm. There must be a paradigm shift. If the person really has to understand this better.
I think that's the way it should go, and we should all look up at all times to see that is great in us. Even when people feel that there's nothing good about us, there's always something great about us. There's something in you that no other person has. There's something you've got in you that if you fail to bring it out, nobody will bring it out. So you just have to try very much to bring it out. All right, it's time for us to go to the news, and Ruth Hams will be doing justice to that.
Thank you, Audrey. Welcome to the news segment on Good Morning Abia, and now details of the news. Abia is unarguably the commercial capital of Abia State, but the town has gained notoriety as one of the most polluted and dirtiest cities in the world. And this is based on a report by the World Health Organization in 2016. Chimeze Ozems highlights efforts to restore some measure of sanity in the commercial city. The report.
By the World Health Organization (WHO) in 2016 ranked Abia among the most top 20 polluted and dirtiest cities in the world. According to the report, residents of the two affected towns were at the risk of developing heart, lung and other respiratory diseases. This is the situation though Abia is not a highly industrialized state, and while Nigeria is not among the world heavy polluters of the environment. However, Abia received a favorable report in 2018. In a follow-up report published by WHO, no Nigerian city was among the top 20 most polluted cities in the world. 2 years after the last report, much has not changed. The difference is that there is remarkable improvement in the disposal of the several thousands of tons of waste generated daily by inhabitants of the city. This solid state of affairs is not peculiar to Abia and Umuahia. It is a national problem. However, the unsanitary condition of Abia can be blamed on a number of factors. The two major factors are degradation of the environment and unplanned development. Shops, motor parks and artisans occupy every available space. Efforts by past and present administrations to relocate certain category of traders and artisans to new areas are yet to yield the anticipated results. For instance, artisans, especially automobile mechanics, are found in every nook and cranny of the town. In most parts of the town, roads are blocked with broken down vehicles, resulting in traffic jam.
When they stay on the road to service vehicles, one, the road is narrowed. What we call the practical capacity of the road is reduced. If you're a driver and the vehicle is parked on the road, definitely your speed can be the same. You must slow down to pass that place because you do not know whether a child or anybody can run across. So if vehicles are parked on both sides of the road, then the volume of traffic passing per second or per hour will be completely reduced.
The establishment of mechanic villages by some state governments is to avoid congestion. Mechanic villages are set up on a large expanse of land that are far away from the city center. Some motor mechanics even agree that the Yimba city is due to have a mechanic village.
I want to know why I need to pare because those are now okay on a so if I way na otaru ka na I want to know why I cross motor no way again. And then the government kwesi yi na ya aka at least a wepụta n'ebe dị mma mmiri na-anaghị adọ anyị nwa ga-eburu ngwongwo anyị gaa ama m na ọ ga-enyekwara anyị nwa aka because anyị ga ebe ahụ enwekwa ebe ọbụla mmadụ na a ga-amasị ihe ahụ ebe a na-arụ moto
kwaju abe toroli nwe edowo enwe ya enwere mgbe onye ọbụla ga-agawacha ebe ahụ onye ọbụla gacha ebe ahụ ga-anọrọ enwere moto mebikwana n'okporo ụzọ ebe a ebe ndị ọzọ eli ya ga-eme ụfọdụ nọrọkwa ebe ahụ ụfọdụ anọkwa street na-edelive akwa ọrụ.
Mr. Chris Anameje, a civil engineer, said the activities of motor mechanics contribute to the collapse of roads constructed by the government.
It disintegrates the asphalt concrete. So it starts degenerating and failure comes immediately. That is as it affects oil. The same thing with diesel. Diesel and petrol are solvents. That is, you use it to remove certain oily materials. So if diesel is poured on the asphalt, definitely it disintegrates the asphalt immediately and failure starts there.
The Traffic and Indiscipline Management Agency of Abia State, TIMAS, has commenced removing broken down vehicles from some roads in Abia.
Abia is due enough to have a mechanic garage, no problem. But Abia is also due enough for some people's senses to be exercised between the road and the garage.
With this development, it can be said that the process of restoring sanity in Abia has begun. The question is whether it can be sustained by this agency of government. Chimezie Ozems, NCL News.
After the relocation of traders at the Easy Gate area to Urbana Market and Amuzuku Relief Market, its aftermath is still re-echoing. Nketanchi Chukwuaja reports that the relocation acts as a catalyst to the booming commercial activity witnessed at Urbana Market. The report.
There is no gainsaying that the relocation of traders from the city center, popularly known as Isigate in Umuahia, the Abia State capital, has improved sales at other markets in the state. One of such markets is Orugwa, a market which previously sold once in 7 days but was converted to a daily market several years ago to serve as a relief market. Though the state government had asked the traders to relocate to the relief market at Amuzuku and the Obani markets, most of them moved over to the Orugwa market. This may have necessitated the boom here. Recall that on a visit to Obani market, MCL News was informed by the traders there that most of the relocated traders from Isigate are scattered around other markets, one of which is Orugwa. This, they say, has adversely affected their businesses and sales.
There are several other markets in Umuahia. You have what you call Amuzuku, Umabri market, you have Oroba, and so forth and so on. So that's the thing that had characterized committed against people coming in mass.
They converted the residence building to the commercial building. For that reason, people seize that opportunity, traders seize that opportunity to occupy the whole shops. So they can be pushed to Urban market.
When MCL News visited Orugwa market, it observed that the market is booming with commercial activities, unlike what obtained in the past. The Orugwa market has stretched to bend the road axis and other neighboring streets within the area. There is nearly no space for motorists, as every available space on the road is occupied by traders hawking different wares, some using wheelbarrows. It was also observed that some house owners around the market have converted their frontages to shops and trading area. With the upsurge in the number of traders at the Orugwa market as a result of the relocation of traders at Isigate, some traders here say it has affected their businesses. However, the President General of Oba Autonomous Community, Omemboji Onoha, and some traders here debunk this. They insist that traders relocated from Isigate are in Obani and Amuzuku relief markets.
Then the government is trying to Oban. So Isigate no kwa. Aga Oban and then as one normal. Watch I have now to the code. Only the front of my hair. Here they were shop in the shop in there, Oriba. Then battery Isigate. Habata, but in the way, the woman, I took on Halanovan. I don't what I know before. Go to Spazo, work with Spazo.
Orugwa Market is located at Obanankata, Ibeko in Umuahia North Local Government area of the state. In Chetachi Chukwaja, MCL News.
No fewer than over 1,000 locked-up shops in Ebonyi State have been gutted by a mysterious fire. The tragedy occurred during the church hours when owners of the shops were in their various churches for Sunday worship. Investigation revealed that a nearby bush located opposite the popular Birikiri market was set on fire by unknown persons, and it later gutted the market and razed the shops. The fire started burning from the mechanic lines housing lots of gallons and fuel and machines, which made the fire to spread wide to thousands of shops. It was observed that many of the shop owners lost valuable items worth millions of naira to inferno. Some of the victims lamented the poor response of the fire service called but did not come on time, and when they eventually came, they had no water to come to work with. Meanwhile, all efforts to reach the officials of the State Fire Service at the time of filing this report failed, especially to know why they came to stop the fire but had no water in their firefighter's tank. And the senior pastor awaiting the second coming of Jesus Christ ministry at Adewale Giwa has urged President Muhammadu Buhari to listen to the cries of Nigerians and stop further killings by members of Boko Haram. Giwawa, reacting to the travel ban on Nigeria by the United States on Saturday, said it is glaring to the international community that there is serious maladministration in the governance and democracy of Nigeria. United States President Donald Trump had imposed a visa ban on Nigeria and 5 countries. The proclamation signed by President Donald Trump on Friday is expected to take effect on 22nd of February. However, Giwa, in a statement on Saturday, described the developments as unfortunate, blaming the administration of the All Progressive Party and President Muhammadu Buhari for handling the issue of security with levity. And the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) in Ogidi, Idemili North Local Government area of Anambra was on Sunday guarded by fire. Confirming the incident to journalist SP Haruna Muhammad, Police Public Relations Officer in the State Command, said the fire allegedly emanated from the bush burning. However, the extent of the damages done is yet to be determined. Muhammad said that on receiving a report, a police patrol team led by DPO Gidi Division was dispatched to the scene of the fire, and the Fire Service Department immediately contacted. The PPRO also confirmed that no fewer than 7 persons sustained varying degrees of injury in another fire incident at a residential building in Onitsha. The General Overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, RCCG, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, on Sunday led a massive protest against the security situation across the country. The protest was particularly against the constant killing of Christians in the north and other parts of the country. Adeboye and the protesters started the march at about 11 a.m. shortly after the church service at RCCG's national headquarters in Egutemeta, Lagos State. A bill to provide legal backing for the Western Nigeria Security Network, codenamed Operation Amotekun in Oyo State, is being expected by the lawmakers this week. The chairman of the Committee on Information, Oyo State House of Assembly, Hazim Olaiju, said the Assembly was prepared to receive the bill this week. He said the Assembly was expecting the bill to be submitted before Friday based on the level of work being done on it by the executive. When asked if the lawmakers were prepared to give it a speedy passage, he said, and quote, very seriously. Speakers of the assemblies in the 6 southwest states met in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, a fortnight ago, where they received the establishment of Amotekun. They agreed on the need to give speedy passage to the bill on the outfit to make it legal in each state. The states are Oyo, Ondo, Ogun, Osun, Ekiti, and Lagos. The Attorney General of the states will also meet again this week to review their efforts at providing the appropriate legal backing for Amotekun. Nigeria has joined the rest of the world to celebrate World Leprosy Eradication Week. The theme for this year's celebration is Spread Awareness, Prevent Prejudices. It is aimed at raising awareness about the ailment and preventing misconceptions about the disease. In this report, MCMU spoke to health experts on the causes of leprosy and efforts available in combating the ailment, as well as the stigmatization associated with the ailment over the years. Amanda Kallo has details on the report.
Leprosy, also known as Hansen's disease, is an infectious disease that causes severe disfiguring skin sores and nerve damage in the arms, legs, and skin areas around the body. It is as old as mankind and usually associated with stigmatization, ostracization, and rejection from the victim's family and community. MCL News spoke to Abia State's lepologist expert, Wokocha Godswill, on the causes and treatment of leprosy, as well as the measures that have been put in place by the government to eradicate the disease.
However, what we are using to fight leprosy today is what is called multi-drug therapy, the MDT, where we combine 3 drugs, rifampicin, dapsone, and clofazimine, which is also known as lamprey. you do a slit skin smear, and if it is positive, you also know that you have leprosy, you are dealing with leprosy. It can also attack the peripheral nerves and lead also to muscle weakness. The signs take time to appear. Constant screening. Avail yourself the opportunity of screening by health workers. Government of Nigeria has also committed her staff, manpower and resources into the fight against leprosy over the years. In Abia State, we have Uzuakoli Leprosy Control Program.
He spoke on the need to accept those who have been certified leprosy-free, who are referred to as ex-leprosy patient. He stated that accepting and integrating into the society will go a long way in reducing the stigmatization in them.
1. Leprosy is not a curse. So, if you see any person that has been identified to be suffering from leprosy, help the person. Encourage the person as much as possible.
In 1932, a leprosy settlement was established at Zakoli in Bende local government area of Abia State by the Methodist Church and the local authorities of the then Owerri province. The first effective treatment, known as Dapsun, was extracted from a tree discovered in Zakoli in the 1940s by Dr. John Leway. It is one of the elements combined with rifampicin and clofazimine that cures leprosy. Amanda Carlo, MCL News.
The World Health Organization WHO listed Nigeria among 13 African countries identified as high risk for the spread of the deadly coronavirus. A statement from WHO said the identified African countries have direct links or high volume of travel to China. The other countries listed are Algeria, Angola, Ivory Coast, the Republic of Congo, Ethiopia, Ghana, Kenya, Mauritius, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, and Zambia. On the same day, the federal government has announced the establishment of a coronavirus preparedness group to mitigate the impact of the virus should it find its way into the country. The WHO Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Mashidiso Mweti, said, in quote, to ensure rapid detection of the novel coronavirus, it is important to have laboratories which can test samples, and WHO is supporting countries to improve their testing capacity. In its latest public health advisory released yesterday, the federal government, through the Nigerian Center for Disease Control and CDC, said that it has put in place quick and diverse strategies to prevent importation of coronavirus cases into Nigeria, hence the setup of the multi-sectorial group. And G7 countries will discuss a joint response to the coronavirus epidemic, Germany's health minister said on Sunday. Jens Spahn said he has talked on phone with his United States counterpart and, in quote, he agreed that there should be a conference call, a discussion by G7 health ministers about this question with the aim of dealing with it together, end of quote. The group of 7 G7 comprises Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, the United Kingdom, and the United States. China imposed a lockdown on Sunday on a major city far from the epicenter of the coronavirus epidemic, as its death toll from the disease score soared to 304, and the first fatality outside the country was reported in the Philippines. Since emerging out of Wuhan last year, the coronavirus has infected nearly 14,500 people across China and reached 24 countries. The United States, Australia, New Zealand, and Israel have banned foreign nationals from visiting if they have been in China recently, and they have also warned their own citizens against traveling there. Mongolia, Russia, and Nepal have closed their land borders. The number of countries reporting infections rose to 24 after Britain, Russia, and Sweden confirmed their first cases over the weekend. And with that, we've come to the end of the news, but more news will be coming your way with the newspaper review, but that will be after the break. Please stay with us.
Abia, your one-stop breakfast show on TV.
Our esteemed viewer, thanks for your patronage of our programs and services, for which we say thank you. We remind you that at all times, you have the right to quality broadcasting. It belongs to you as well as the right to lodge complaints on broadcast materials or conduct of any broadcast station. MCL TV is open and receptive to your commendations, complaints and criticisms, as such comments strengthen and make us serve you better. Feel free at all times to address your reactions to National Broadcasting Commission, Enugu Zonal Office, Current Drive, Independent Layout, Enugu. You can email us at mbcenuguzone@yahoo.com or Modern Communications Limited, number 9B Obibo Avenue, Aba. MCL TV, the world in your home.
There is only one place where good taste, quality and top hygiene blend to provide classic snacks and food. Apple fried chicken. Our yummy meals glide from continental to African, all freshly prepared in a modern healthy environment. Take a look. At Abia Fried Chicken Center, children are top priority, and so we provide exciting play centers for them, giving parents sweet, relaxing moment alone. Our outdoor catering services for all events remains the rave of the moment. Now, have you tried the Apple Special Cakes and Shawarma? Oh la la! Walk into any of our outlets in Abba, Calabar, Uyo and Umaya and give yourself a treat. Or better still, call our hotlines 080-868-77445 or 070-3963-449 or 090-3046-2362 or send us a mail. Apple Fried Chicken. Experience the taste.
You can now watch your favorite TV station, MCL TV, anywhere you are around the world by following the simple procedure. Step 1. Go to Play Store and download the Next TV app. Step 2. Look out for the Next TV logo. Step 3. Sign in with your email, Facebook or Google account. Step 4. Click on Entertainment to view MCL TV ARC TV channel. Step 5. Swipe to find MCL TV ARC TV. Enjoy 24 hours entertainment at your comfort. You can follow us on all our social media handle on Twitter at twitter.com/@MCLTV Network, on YouTube at MCLTV YouTube/MCLTV Network, or Facebook web.facebook/MCLTVNetwork.com, or you can WhatsApp on the number 080-330-03356. For more information on MCL TV app, please call the MCL TV customer care number 070-329-80089, 080-5722-2040, or 080-3737-3985.
MCL TV, the world in your home.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription airtime expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call us on 080-3737-3985 or in Homa on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
One-stop breakfast show on TV. One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Beauty. You can now watch your favorite TV station, MCO TV, anywhere you are around the world by following the simple procedure. Step 1. Go to Play Store and download the Next TV app. Step 2. Look out for the Next TV logo. Step 3. Sign in with your email, Facebook or Google account. Step 4. Click on entertainment to view MCO TV ARC TV channel. Step 5. Swipe to find MCO TV ARC TV. Enjoy 24 hours entertainment at your comfort. You can follow us on all our social media handle on Twitter at twitter.com/@MCOTV Network, on YouTube at MCOTV YouTube/MCOTV Network, or Facebook web.facebook/MCOTVNetwork.com, or you can WhatsApp on the number 080-330-03356. For more information on MCO TV app, please call the MCO TV customer care number 070-329-80089, 080-5722-2040, or 080-3737-3985. MCO TV, the world in your home.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
welcome back. History on Stop the Fast program on Sierra TV. Good morning, Abia. It's time for us to complete our news bulletin during the newspaper review this morning. We're so good. AK Substance is already seated to give us the newspaper. How are you today?
Good morning, Ajaba. It's a beautiful day. It's a new day, a new week in the first week of the new month of February. Good morning, audience. We now go straight to the newspapers, and we are starting up with the Daily Sun. At the right corner of the masthead, Khan, Pastor Adebo, a march against killings and kidnappings. NAS leadership to meet Buhari over insecurity and service chiefs. Bomb scare of Living Faith Church in Kaduna. You get this in pages 6, 4, and 5. Below the masthead, South leaders plan regional security outfit as Fulani herdsmen attack Abia farms in Ondo. That you find on page 42 and 43. The bold photo picture element here is the leader and the general overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God,
not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say wetin man go do for this world where people no go talk. If you chop,
Do not urinate in public places.
you no chop, dem go talk. Wetin make we do for this world? I say make we dey do the things wey we carry for heart. Na so world want am. Abi no be so?
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error. Please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription or time expires, program no right or time expired will appear on the screen of your TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call Ozumi on 080-3737-3985 or Ihoma on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
Show on TV.
Welcome back. Sorry, we apologize for the mix-up in the daily newspapers. We start off again with the Daily Sun. At the right-hand corner of the masthead, Khan and Pastor Adeboye march against killings and kidnappings. NAS leadership to meet Buhari and Security Service chiefs. Bomb scare at Living Faith Church in Kaduna. You can find that on page 6, 4, and 5. Below the masthead, you have the bold headline, South leaders plan regional security outfit as Fulani herdsmen attack Abia farms in Ondo State. The big bold photograph there, you find the year overseer of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor Enoch Adeboye, in green, leading pastors and members on a march against killings, kidnappings, and general security in the country in Lagos yesterday. I hope it will continue, not only for yesterday. Below it we have Imo Kuba, justice will prevail in the end, says Anglican bishops. Those are them accuses Igbo PDP leaders of plotting to discredit and topple APC government. Pledges to follow backwards footsteps, that you find on page 40. River against level over planned minimum wage strike, that you find on page 42. Anambra gas explosion in just 7 as far as Ghost INEC office, that's on page 5. At the back of the Daily Sun, you'll find Kazima Igbope article, Fighting Corruption with Machete, page 47. On the sports column, Osimhen will cost 30 million euros. Lille tells Baka, who are struggling to get the Nigerian international into their team. You find that on page 46. On the public forum, Frederick Forsyth, the man that was the forefront of the Nigerian Biafra civil war, he was the journalist that was always in Biafra. He said, buried for 50 years, Britain's shameful role in Nigerian civil war. That would be a good read for everybody who wants to know about the war. The Nation is the next paper. Above the masthead, Rivers Ebonyi, others get World Bank's 220 billion loan facility for out-of-school children. That's on page 7. Senate, Buhari seeking 22.6 billion foreign loan. 8th Assembly okayed 6 billion. We are still bringing this nation into more debts. I can't understand why we are looking for loans when we have all the resources to run this country. School sports target 20 million kids. First partner with NSSF. That you find on page 47. Below the masthead, Adeboye leads march as Christians protest killings, as churches protest in Abia, Abuja, and other areas. 7 injured in Onitsha gas explosion. You find that on page 4. 150 shot raised in Abakaliki. That's on page 5. The photograph is some of the current protesters in front of the Federal Medical Center in Abia State yesterday. Also, PDP using Igbo leaders as official lamps. Protesters against my victory have sinister motives. Nigeria has slammed governor. At the back page of the Nation, today in the Nation, by Kayode Robert Ideu, at the back page, The moral from Transparency Latest Index is that we need to go beyond showing off monetary trophies to tackling the multiple dimensions of corruption at the roots. And that's the reality and the truth. This government is not fighting corruption. Until they are serious about fighting corruption, corruption to be fought start from the presidency downwards. Sam Omosere in touch, boys of plunder. The killers, you see the picture element of Lalong, the governor of Plateau State. The killers don't live in Plateau. That was what right Governor Simon Bako Lalong at a town hall meeting where he ordered the police to fish out the killers, but he knows their collaborators are locals. Hardball. Abacha another Zamfara scenario in Edo State. The ripples. Estimated billing a rip-off by a former governor. Ripple says it's not only a rip-off, it's stealing by a trick. We now go over to the New Telegraph. Above the masthead, NSE gains 1.9 trillion in market cap in January. OMO policy, BUA listing, spurs activities. IMF laments state of Nigerian ports, that we find on page 6. Nigerian ports are nothing to write home about. New Telegraph. Below the masthead, 5 ministers and NSA depart for USA to sign pact on looted assets. It's not a question of going to sign pact on looted assets. It is when they are brought back to the country, I hope they will not be relooted. Outrage as kidnappers kill doctor's wife and keep her children. That's on page 37. Senate will monitor how it dispense borrowed funds. Page 2. Lawan, I disagree with you because I know that you will not do that. You are all going to accept whatever the executive says. Osibajo, surviving helicopter crash strengthening my faith. That's you find on page 10. The gold headline, Christians protest killings, ask FG to protect Nigerians. Khan, Adeboye, religious leaders lead protest. Ayokunle, FG must prevent another civil war. That you find on page 28 and 36. It is a very trite warning because the policies that are going on in this country might lead to another civil war. APC, Boko Haram is Nigeria's common enemy. We disagree. Boko Haram is enemy to only some people, especially the Christian fold in Nigeria. Leadership, tension as reps, PDP head for showdown. You can't choose house caucus leaders, reps tell PDP. Page 4, that's where you find that. Magic mushroom could help cancer patients, you find that on page 31. We'll get back to the back page of New Telegraph. On the marble you have by Wallace Matt Wattles, it says, you can never get rich or start the creative power into action by sending out unformed longings and vague desires. My impression, the comedy at Imo House of Assembly, that's page 14. Open forum. Improving economy central to improving security. Yemi Osibanjo, and that was what he said in the address he had at the annual meeting in Kaduna yesterday. Ghana's GDP is 85.5 billion 2018, which is less than that of Lagos, which is 90 billion. So this gives a sense of the size of the economy we are dealing with. The size of the challenges too in terms of the population. You cannot compare the socio-economic issues in a country of 200 million people with a country of 24 million or 5 million. The differences are huge. That's President Osibanjo trying to defend the indefensible. If the economy of the country is not moving well, there will be no improvement in security because where there's a lot of unemployed youths and where there's poverty all over the land, people's minds turn to negative activities. If the economy is working, Nigeria's economy is growing, the people are happy, nobody will turn to negative things like kidnappings, banditry, or whatever, robbery and all that, because there's a lot of jobs, industries are there, businesses are thriving, This is the problem we are having, and this government have to come out seriously to improve the economy of Nigeria. And that's with this we come to the end of newspapers review for today. Back to you, Abia.
Well, thank you very much for the newspaper reviews. Every day we read all these happenings across the nation, and one gets worried, especially against the backdrop that oftentimes nothing is done about it. Nothing comes out of all these things that will be. For instance, Christian Association of Nigeria have staged a protest, and it's meant to be a nationwide thing, so that you push on, the need for government to rise up to the challenge we're having at the moment. Some people pay lip service to it. How do you look at such situation?
You see, the problem we have in this country is that we have an administration that plays the dumb and the deaf. They don't want to listen to what Nigerians are saying. The government or people in government are not superiors, or they are our servants. And when the citizenry says we want this, they are supposed to listen to us and do that thing we ask them to do for the benefit of the people. The citizens of Nigeria have been clamoring that the service chief should be changed in order to have new ideas, new people with new vigor to tackle the problems. That is one. Resources have been given out on the issue of funding of the military. The question is, does this money that are given to the military, are they being utilized to bring ammunition for us? The Boko Haram, the kidnappers, the Fulani herdsmen have better ammunition than the military and even the police. Our police have ammunition. Until Nigerians, leaders who we have voted to be in power, realizing that they are there as our servants and not as our lords. Buhari should recognize that we voted him to safeguard Nigeria, to secure us and to protect our lives and property. The issue of him staying in Aso Rock and junketing all over the world without giving us, when people are being slaughtered every day in this country. And that is why some people are saying, let him resign. If he knows he cannot continue, he should resign. Or let the legislators start the impeachment process. And that's the only way we can recover this country from people who doesn't want to take care of us.
As much as I would agree that the box office is terrible, the Hazard people has assigned a whole lot. People that are meant to also respond to the people's needs.
Yes.
But at federal, state level.
Yes.
Okay. Now, but we realize that it seems to be something that has engulfed the entire nation. Yes. A situation where some governors are not reacting to the people, some ministers are also not reacting to the people, some local chairman don't even care what happens in their locality. This has turned out to be a national disgrace. On a daily basis, we keep seeing things, staring us in the face that we should step back and we always take it backwards. Now, you look at the most recent, what Donald Trump has said about 5 nations that they don't want going forward to give visas to. The reason is very simple. They know the internal problems we have, and they also realize that the government is not doing enough to check better all these things. I still the people are keeping quiet, even though they have been saddled with all these responsibilities at various startup government.
The whole thing starts from leadership. If a leader shows the way, they say show the light and the people will follow. If a leader is not complacent, if a leader does not show that he is not prepared to do the job that is given to him, if you are a good leader, you should be able to be monitoring the activities of those who are working under you. You should be able to monitor the activities of those who are serving with you and find out if they are doing the right thing. And if they are not doing the right thing, you should be able to have a way of put them on check. But here, he said everything goes. Because the leader is not sincere, is not serious about the essence of the service.
You're talking about leadership.
Yes.
People's responsibility to the people that elected them.
Yes.
You're talking about leadership.
Yes.
Now you just realize what is happening in the South.
Yes.
Look at the situation where the Southwest came out, and said, we want to have a security outfit of our own.
Yes.
I'm not cool. And because they realize that the federal structure is somehow failing them,
yes.
The federal establishment, the federal force is no more giving that adequate protection it ought to give to the people. Why are other, areas, where are other sections, other regions not following the same thing? Because if a situation where the Southeast, South decides to follow suit what the Southwest is doing, what the good issue that is coming up, and come up with their own structure that will also tell the federal that what we are doing is no more. But don't you think that's going to also act as a teacher to the federal government?
I agree with you. What you are saying is the correct thing. The question comes: some of these our leaders in the regions or whatever, are not forthright enough. They don't have the courage. They don't have the liver. Because many of them are, if there are certain words we don't need to use on the telephone, on the television screen. They are not prepared because they are afraid. Some of them is because if the federal government just says they just shrink because they don't want to realize that as the federal government was elected, they were also elected by their people to salvage them in this situation. So the Southeast, the South, the Middle Belt should all form their own amotekus or whatever, give them the name they have in order to safeguard this country, because this country is dying, this country is growing, this country is disintegrating, and unless we all rally round to safeguard this nation by recognizing and realizing that we are one family, that what affects the other man affects the rest. So let Nigerians of all divide, of all religion, of all tribes come together. That is why we are saying that the problem of Nigeria is the corruption of nepotism, the corruption of saying that one side of the people should be in charge of other things that are happening in this country. That's why we are having this problem.
I think on that note, I want to thank you so much for doing justice to the past. This one is a good one. I do appreciate all your input on that, and we just saw that our people will be able to get it right this time around. Leadership is about responsibility. I always tell people this. Watching this program this morning, hearing the sound of our voice, we are telling you that not just all the privileges that you people should enjoy, but give the people the responsibility of service. Make sure that you serve them, give them that which they elected you for. Part of it is security of lives and property. It's very, very important. And from there we can go to other areas. Once again, Mr. Thank you very much for being justice.
Thank you, Ajaba.
Alright, it's time for us to go for a break. When we come back, it will be time for the discussion this morning. Don't go.
Stop breakfast show on TV.
Do not deface Abia State with posters. Do not defecate on our streets. Do not litter Abia State.
My brothers, I say what man will do for this world, what people no go talk.
Do not urinate in public places.
You no talk, they will talk. What do you do this one? I say, make we go do the things where we carry for heart. Now so one time. I be not been so.
Keep Abia State clean. This message is brought to you by MCL TV.
Stop breakfast show on TV.
Welcome to MCL Customer Care Service Information. Please listen to the following instruction upon observation of any of the following on your television screen. Bad signal. Kindly check the positioning of your antenna or system wire connection. Initial card failure or card error, please remove and bring your smart card to the office. Once your subscription or time expires, program rewrite or time expired will appear on the screen of the TV set. If you pay for the renewal of the subscription, please leave it on channel 7 for a couple of minutes. When there is a heavy thunderstorm, unplug power cord from the socket. For more inquiry, call Ezumi on 080-3737-3985 or Ihoma on 080-6382-0685. Or you can call the technical department 081-4018-1602 or visit our accredited agents around the state.
Stop breakfast show on TV. Stop breakfast show on TV.
history of Abia are related. Abia turned out to become the commercial capital of the state and the heart of Igbo land owing to its location. During the colonial period, the two communities, Aba and Ohazon, had rich history of resisting tyranny and oppression. This was demonstrated in 1929 when Aba women took to the streets to protest one of the obnoxious policies of the colonial master. They said no to the imposition of tax on women. This was the Aba women demonstration, which happened 14 years after the amalgamation of Northern and Southern Protectorate by Lord Lugard. The action of the women who at that time had no access to Western education but knew their rights might have laid a foundation for the never say die spirit of Aba people. The founder of Ohazon was Azun, who was said to be a hunter. According to history, Azun and his brother Aba migrated from Umunoha in East Elangwa North local government area. Azun had a large family of 12 children, while Aba had 7 children. Azun's 6 children are the villages that make up Itito Ohazon Autonomous Community in Abasa local government area. The 6 villages are Amofo, Umudike, Umumba, Umose, Amoba, and Umupolu. The people do not intermarry as they are from the same ethnic descent.
The names are very popular in Nigeria, even across the other parts of the world. Anybody coming to Nigeria would like to visit the name or visit Aba. Aba had 7 children. I have Aba, I have Obuda, I have Buku, I have Mokoji, I have Asofaja, we have Ososo, which is today Ososo and Eziama. If you count, there's 7 villages. Now today Ososo and Eziama is in Aba North. The remaining 5 villages of Aba is in Aba South. I have said that Ohaz have 12 ancient males. So I've named them to include Ndiego, Amofo, Umumba, Umabai, have Mobile, have Yoj, have Mos, Arakale, have Obuahas, and Obuahas, have Mint, have Munition. These were the 12 villages of Ohaz originally. But today, apart from Ohaz, which has retained about 6 ancient villages, other villages today of Ohaz and Aba are autonomous communities.
Eze Ishmael Nnaku, a local practitioner, is the traditional ruler of the community.
And our migration, like I said, is from Isialang. The names of the villages of in fact, Aba has originated from Isialang North, local government area. My own grandfather was a treasurer at Ogbalang on behalf of other people of Umbaland. All that Umba people were doing was at Ogbalang. That place still exists today as the ancestral home of Umba people. So we came from, I would say, Isialang, after coming from, earlier from, that's the existing, that has been the history of Umba people.
Ititi Ohazon was carved out from Ohazon Ancient Kingdom in 1998 by the military administration of retired Colonel Moses Fasanya. The community shares boundaries with Ndegoro, Umogele, Abuku, Obuda, Ohabiam, and Oureni. Owing to the nature of his calling, as on the founder of Ohazun imbibed the culture of saving against unforeseen circumstance, he might have learned this worthy virtue naturally or through his association with other hunters. In order to encourage other members of his community to imbibe the saving culture, Azun established Thrift and Saving Society known as Oha. Oha means everybody in Igbo language. The society attracted people from neighboring communities. The members christened the service society Oha Azun, which means an association established by Azun, the founder of the present day Ohazun. That was how the community got its name. Before the coming of the Europeans, the community was known as Oha Azun. It was the white man that changed the name to Ohazun because of his inability to pronounce correctly the name of the community.
All of us are part and parcel of Ngwa land, Ngwa people. Like it's popular that Ngwa people migrated from Umuno before settling where we are now at Isialamba. And I've told you how the man Azun was our great ancestors and had an specific love known as Oha. And people say we're going to Ohazun. And so that gave us the name Ohaz as was pronounced by the right name. And that's the name it answers still today. Ohazun. But what it means is Ohazun. It's a club of Ohazun. We are going for that. So that took the name. That was how our name came.
The history of Ohazun will be incomplete without the popular market in Kongwa. The market was established by all the communities that make up Aban Ohazun. It was established in the early 1960s. It was sited at Amofu village, which was the then headquarters of Aban Ohazun. It was formerly known as Ayankwo, but the name was changed to Nkongwa to reflect all the communities that own the market. At present, the market is jointly owned by the people of Amofu and Abuku, and it has not been taken over by the government. Nkongwa can be said to be one of the oldest markets in Aba. It has several sections, but the most popular is the furniture section. The furniture section includes those that specialize in the building of gaskets. The market owes its popularity to the gasket section. It attracts customers from various parts of the southeast.
The market is a market owned by Abanians people, by Abba and who are brothers. Up to today we are brothers. The Congo market is popular because we produce the finest cotton. Any type, just name it. And they will manufacture it for you. It's the people that produce and sells those coffins. Produced and marketed at Nkongo market.
Ndị gbasara igbo ozu na Nkongo otego mgbe ọha ikwuru okwu Nkongo iwepụtara okwu igbo ozu dịtụrụ ihe eji mara ebe a otego ndị nna anyị ha mere ya ka ọ dị otu ahụ. So mụ na ụmụ agaghị akọrọ onwe gị ihe mere o ji na-adị otu ahụ n'ọnụ ndị mmadụ kama na mma na Nkongo okpe ha Nkongo afa igbo ozu ị ga-akpọtarịrị ya dịtụrụ ihe eji mara Nkongo. Here is the major place we are producing caskets. So far as Abba is concerned, we are the major producers of caskets. We do supply to Owerri, Umuahia, Port Harcourt, Onitsha. They do come here and buy our caskets. So the casket has already taken our name at Okongwa here, because here is the major place we are producing it. Eba kande mande Umuahia na Owerri.
ebe ka a na-eche Abia road ya wee na-apụ na-eri na Port Harcourt. Ebe on Saturday moto na-abịa ebu ya na-apụ.
The major challenge facing the people of Etitohans and traders, especially gasket makers at Nkwongwa market, is the poor state of Oboya road. The road leads to other food producing communities and has remained in a poor condition for several years. Accessing Oboya road during the rainy season is difficult.
One-stop breakfast show on TV.
Alright, you're welcome back. It's your one-stop breakfast program on MCL TV. Good morning. Abia is welcoming you to our discussion this morning, and you may be wondering why I was laughing as the camera was coming back on me. I actually was talking with Isobio off camera, and we tried to look at the demonstration that took place yesterday, the Christian Association of Nigeria protest yesterday, and we asked ourselves, have we had such demonstrations before? Yes, we have. What was the importance attached to it? There was. What was the urgency? There was. But what was the reaction finally? There was nothing. We could recognize to say this was the end product of the protest as we had it in those days. And I then asked the question, what is likely to be the outcome of the protest this time around? And the answer is what made me to be smiling, why the camera came on me. And I'm going to share it with some of us. Are we playing politics with the lives of people? Are we playing politics with religion? Are we playing politics with things that are sacred? Or are we serious with the lives of Nigerians? We're not just talking about the Igbos, the Bibios, the Efiks, the Urobos, the Shekiris, the Hausas, the Yorubas. No, we're talking about anybody that is very named Nigeria. So, what is the situation of things in this nation? That brings us to our topic, the state of the nation. Too many things have happened in this nation in the past 72 hours. And good thinking Nigerians are asking the question of which way Nigeria, which way forward? How do we get to the promised land? Usobi AK Substance is back here in the studio, having taken a look at the papers this morning to be able to do justice with me on this very issue, the state of the nation. Usobi, it's still good to have you with us here in the studio this morning.
Thank you, Ajaba.
And Usobi, let's take a look at things as they've been unfolding in the past 72 hours. You read the papers and you saw a lot that has happened, and you know that is enough to cause hard problem to any right-thinking Nigerian or any right-thinking person anywhere in the world. Look at the Cannes protest. Look at the statement of Eyine Abaribe. Look at the ban on Nigeria or the statement of Donald Trump. You would ask yourself, 50 years after the Civil War, where are we? How are we progressing as a nation?
Archie, my take on this is that our leaders have not realized the greatness of this country called Nigeria. The greatness of Nigeria is in the people of Nigeria. But we have a sort of leadership that has come into power in this country that have decided that the only way they can rule this country is to divide us by using ethnicity and using religion as a tool to destabilize this country. Our founding fathers, when they went to the constitutional conferences in London before we had independence in 1960, decided that we are going to have a federal government which is called true federalism. And they decided that all the regions will be on their own, but will have one center. Lagos. So we are developing at each one develop at his own pace. Nobody was subjugating the other person. But as time goes on, and that was the heydays or what we call the glorious days of Nigeria, the world we are looking at us as the greatest nation that will even come out of Africa. We were everywhere, the non-aligned nations, we were everywhere, we were the United Nations. It even got to the fact that the world citizens were calling our Prime Minister then the golden voice of Africa. But after a while, a set of people took over the reins of power in this country and have decided to have a kind of imperialist movement of subjugating other people.
Would you say a set of people?
Yes.
No, they were also part of this very nation when it all started. Even at a little age.
They had an agenda.
Remember, my father would always say, my father told me.
Yes.
My father would always say, Oji, we did this at a certain time.
Yes.
Now, growing up, I've tried to follow the footsteps of my father.
Yes.
Now, I'm trying to surpass that.
Yes.
Our leaders, those we call our leaders today, given their age bracket,
yes,
we are of age as at that time you're mentioning now. Why is it that they are not building, they've not built on the success
of our founding fathers?
That by now Nigeria ought to have been in that very position where we can compete favorably with any nation of the world.
That's what I'm saying. They came out with their own agenda, and the agenda is the agenda of grab syndrome.
Oh, I want to appreciate what you just said. Yes. Coming out with your own agenda. You were part of a section.
Yes.
That was moving progressively.
Yes.
And suddenly there was a shift.
A shift, yes.
And something must have caused that shift.
Yes.
What was it then? And how can we identify it and be able to correct it?
What caused that shift was the seed that was sowed by that led to the Civil War. And we felt that after the war, when we had now said no victor, no vanquished, we could have embraced ourselves in reality as one brotherhood. Nobody chose. I could have been an Hausa man or a Fulani man. You could have been a Yoruba person. Buhari could have been an Igbo man. Gowon could have been an Efik man. Because none of us told God where we are to be born. None of us told God who our parents will be. If I had woken up in the morning from the day I was born and found out that my father is Mohammed and my mother is Aisha, I would have been a Muslim. Possibly, if I decide later in life, I might decide to say I want to change to the religion. It's my personal choice. But this crop of leaders have not realized that there is something in oneness, in brotherhood. Our founding fathers had a national anthem. If you ask now, can we read it out there? Nigeria we hail thee, our own, their native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand.
In this brotherhood we stand is where I lay a whole lot of emphasis.
Fine.
Now growing up, we had this anthem, yes, and we felt you're protected wherever you go, right, because it's this brotherhood. And at a point, there was this shift.
Right.
Now, what caused the shift from this brotherhood? How you identify it? It's important we identify it and be able to make the correction. You said is that very thing that caused the civil war. What is it?
What caused the shift was the killings that a section, a people, an institution of Nigeria, the military, let me hit the head on there. The military, that was one of the institutions of Nigeria, had a problem among themselves. They decided to take over government and started killing themselves. One set of the military killed other people. And people now said it is because these people, they are people from that area that did that. The other set of military decided to kill every other person in the military. And after doing that, instead of keeping it to the military, let it end there, they now decided to kill citizens, civilians who had nothing to bother about what transpired within them in the barracks.
And that was what led to the civil war.
That was what led to the civil war.
After 50 years of the civil
war,
they are still the killings have
started again.
Good enough. I just want you to identify it. Now that you've identified it,
the killings have started again.
If history is right,
surreptitiously by such people that caused that the same thing that happened like this in the States.
Well, I thought that after every fight, because if I am fighting with you, the next person will definitely ask, why are you
fighting?
And then the cost of the fight will be known. And then you try to address that. If you address it, you people could become so why is it that after 50 years of this fight, after these 50 years of such struggle, such bitterness, that engulfed this nation for about 3 years, that lives and now we are like going back to the same thing is happening, and we've not tried to say it was what led to this, let's avert it. What is that is making some people stubborn about it?
What is making some people stubborn about it is because they have an agenda, and that agenda can be looked at into history. The 1804 agenda of Ottoman Danfodio in Nigeria.
I don't. So good. Now I'm not trying to be. I don't try to sound tribalistic.
I'm not.
Now, if you look at history, Nigeria has evolved over the years, and we've come to where we are today. If you come down among the Igbos, you have those sections that also believe in what is believed up north. If you go to any other part of this country, you see that we also have people, a group that also have the same belief. So I want to ask you this question.
Yes.
Do you think the problem we have in this nation is religion?
Yes. Not only religion, it is the ability of the people. Listen, I'm being open this way. It's the ability of the people not realizing that the indigenes of Nigeria, let me use the correct word, the indigenes of Nigeria welcomed you into Nigeria as an immigrant and say, look, you are now our brother. But you are trying to say no, that their mission is to come and dominate. If your mission is to say, yes, I have come, these people welcome me, we are to be like brothers and sisters, just like what happened in America. Everybody in America became immigrants, minus the Red Indians. After a while, even those who become immigrants now welcome the Red Indians. They are now together. All of them are one family and realize a common purpose. We have had Fulani leaders who have been in this country, and they have been there very happily, and we lived well. We interacted. But this very crop of other new leadership we have an agenda that it must be domination. That is why I'm talking about the corruption of nepotism. By the time in the 1950s and 1960s, they were nowhere educationally. And we now said we brought up Federal Character Commission that will make everybody, no matter where you come from, there must be somebody in your place that has something upstairs. You must be part of the rulership of the country. But now you are making it that it's only those who come from their place are the people that will serve in the nation. That is wrong. Nigeria belongs to all of us.
Now, if you look at what happened yesterday, which is also still in line with what we're saying about killings, that the Christian Association of Nigeria came out and said, enough of this. They took to the street and tried letting the world know, not just Nigeria, but the world know that so much killing is going on in this country. And up till now, we've not had a national statement.
Yes.
When a thing like this happens, there's supposed to be a response. Government that is responsive to the people would have immediately reacted to that very protest yesterday. I think that is how it's done.
I want to come and tell you something.
All right.
To me, even the protest of the Christians yesterday was a belated one. That's what I'm saying. You see, the Christians have been slaughtered in this country continuously. And we have just continued to do what that Jesus told us. If they slap you on this face, you must give this other face to be part of the face to be slapped. If we had started this protest, this protest should not have ended yesterday. The protest should continue. For a while, that the international community, the world will say, what is really happening? Because if it does not continue, the people in government, the leadership in government does not care. What are they telling us? Before even the Christians started this, you know what we are told? Do not play into the hands of the enemy. Do not play into the hands of the enemy. Who is the enemy? Do not play into the hands of the enemy. Who is the enemy? They will tell you Boko Haram is the enemy. If Boko Haram and Islam is the enemy, what is their religious coloration? Islam, Muslim. But earlier before this time, we had a problem in the southern region area where we had the militants. Am I right? Did you hear any day that one imam in any mosque or any mosque was burnt in the whole of southwest, southeast, south? Or did you hear that the very time one imam was held up and his throat was slapped? So if we react, we say no, don't play to the enemy. So who is the enemy? The enemy is the enemy within. The enemy is the enemy that is saying that has seen these things are happening. The same enemy is the enemy that has gone onto the Middle Belt regions to start to kill the thieves, the Idoma and all that. That's the enemy. Earlier on, by the time we were growing up, we had a Fulani man that was always having a stick and following his cattle. But civilization life has grown up. In other climes, even in Argentina, in America, everywhere, we have what we call the ranches. So what stops you building ranches in your places? They say no. We must graze and go into people's farm and destroy them and all that, and the government does not see anything wrong in it. Because possibly the leadership is patrons to Mietiala, and they can come out and tell us anything and nobody cares. The government cannot call Mietiala to all this while that is show me one herdsman that has been arrested or prosecuted for killing of innocent people, for destroying communities. No, because their people are in power. Their people is the army commander. Their people is the head of SSS. Their people is the head of police. Their people are so every other person we cannot. That was why they were trying to bring from the back door the hate speech bill, so that we cannot say.
Yeah, talking about the hate speech, I think looking at that, everybody knew that it was a cause that wasn't really going to succeed in the first place, because you are meant to say your opinion.
Right.
You are meant to have a position. This is democracy. And the opposite of democracy is hate speech. Because in a democratic setting, if you are doing anything that is not wrong, I'll use any terms I like to describe it.
Yes.
So that it will get to you.
Right.
Of course, my father used to tell me that if you're quarreling with anybody, don't go looking for good words from that person.
Yes.
You won't be calling me a fool, I will be telling you a sense.
Yes.
If you call me a fool, I will look for anything that I think can also suit that situation to also give to you. Yes. Now, this way of the health speech, I think it wasn't going to go anywhere. But now look at the situation where somebody is trying to play the part of opposition. At the floor of the Senate came out and said, you told Nigerians to stone you if you don't deliver. Part of what you are to deliver is security.
That's the primary duty of government.
Security.
Yes.
And you failed.
Yes.
And some people said they have not failed. I want to ask you something. At what point is the person considered to have failed when it comes to security and giving security to the people?
If the truth has to be told, the problem will happen in this country is that a lot of people we all live a lie. Those who are benefiting from government, the Oshomoles and all that, they will never see anything wrong in what is happening in our country. because they are beneficiaries of the loot of the country. If not so, everyone else, there are no more better APC than every other person. Because when by 2015, a lot of people saw the little things that were happening in Nigeria, we all wanted a change of government. And they brought the mantra of change. We all keyed into this mantra. We were telling everybody, vote for these people so that we can see a new direction in Nigeria. He told us of a change that when it comes, there will be security, the Boko Haram will be cleared, everybody will have peace of mind. Please, 5 years going, gentlemen, where are we? He told us about fuel going to be 45 naira per liter. Gentlemen, fuel is 145 naira per liter. He told us that he was going to revive the refineries. None of them has been revived. In the opposition, we instituted the issue of fighting a Jonathan's subsidy. Today, subsidy is at the high level. The only refinery that is going on course is Dangote's refinery. And I don't want to go into ask how that what is coming on stream.
Now, a nation like this.
A nation like this. He told us there will be food on the table of everybody. Nigerians are poorer, and that was how it become the poorest nation in the world. We took over from India. And the government, in other class, if the government has not fulfilled its campaign promises and is not doing well, the person you do is what? The government resigns. So what Abadibe said is the right thing for anybody to say.
Then why are they calling for his head?
Anybody calling for his head is just being myopic. That's myopism. Even if you had a legislator,
you realize what the personal assistant to the president said, that he ought to by now be in prison for failure to produce Nnamdi Kanu.
It is they that are supposed to be in prison. If you want to go to start talking about those who should be in prison, the president should have been the first to be in prison, because you overthrew when he was in the army, you overthrew an elected government, Shagalese government. Coup plotting is anti-democracy.
Oh well, that's
if you are talking about Abadibe's case, Abadibe shot somebody, and later you people went in to go to the person to go and kill the person. So how will it provide the person when the person ran away? Was it Abadibe that told you made him to run away? You went to kill him and you failed, and the man ran away.
Right now, viewers, I want you to be part of this discussion. The number will be on your screen any moment. I want you to call. Please tell us your name, where you're calling from, and make contributions. You can also ask any question you so wish on what we are looking at today, the state of the nation. And when you made mention of the unity of this nation, which is sacred, every right-thinking person will tell you that the unity of this nation, before now, if you look at independence, it was sacred. Everybody said we must be one united nation. But over time, we've seen that activities of some people is acting towards disuniting us.
That is it.
Acting towards disuniting the people. Now, what should be the response or the reply of government to issues like this, no matter who the person is? Let's begin to take the course. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning and welcome to the program.
My name is Solomon.
I say, Solomon, good to have you with us this morning. Welcome to the program, man.
Thank you. 100% agree with what the man sitting beside you said. Because the good thing is, Nigerians will vote people. Instead of voting somebody, you might be Northern or Southern or anywhere, but not that particular person. We made the greatest mistake in this meeting, because we should have known the history right from the beginning of Buhari and CCC. That's the way of the general. And then he knew before he wants to look around me. What he wants to achieve, what people are achieving. That man supposed to be done. I agree with that very 100%. APC has to support Nigeria. What is worthy? You know that APC has to support Nigeria. These APC people planning for another thing. They don't know what they want. We are the ones stealing money and giving Nigeria out. And taking government to our hand. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Solomon. You heard what she said. If you look at the situation as we have it today, I did ask you before she called, what should be the response of government towards all that has been happening? They hear, they see, and they feel what people feel. I know that because they have relatives virtually everywhere. Why is it that they keep? Is it as if they don't react to it the way the people want them to react? Let's take this other call, please. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Welcome to the program. Please turn down the volume on your TV set.
Okay, my name is I'm calling from Abia.
All right, you go to welcome to the program.
Yes, I want to thank the man sitting with the journalist. We need a man like him that can tell us the truth. What is happening in our country? The country, the government is power now has failed us. We are tired of their government. We need change when they came into the power. But now we cannot see anything. All we see is killing. The government that is more powerful than the judiciary. We have three arms of government. The three arms of government, they work together. But now we can see one is one. What do you say? Please, our brothers, to never anywhere available, to be very good. The government should resign. They have failed the people. Let me resign. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Listening to your voice, everybody one will agree that, well, you feel bad about the situation, but there's always a way out of it. I believe that. We'll not get to the end of it. So good.
You know, I just gave you the first answer of the national.
May we take more calls, please? Okay. After this, we will now. Hello, good morning. Good morning and welcome to the program.
I'm calling. I want to make an admission.
Father Mobadi, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
The question of insecurity is a very serious matter, and it should not be part of politics. Only politicized. And speaking to Moria, you know that questions is an open and only thing you can deal with.
Yes, sir.
And we will be playing the politics of opposition and playing the politics of the property in power. The politics should not go to the extent of security. And the Nigerian music and the 1974 and the music, everything that gets to 1974 is getting worse. And we are part of the getting worse. And what I'm saying is that Boko Haram has not been defeated. Insecurity has not been controlled. The truth must be accepted. And even on the case when they go to the point, the truth was the night that they don't have Boko Haram. Everybody was ready seriously. The truth is that Obama says there is considerable success in the fight against Boko Haram because the way they were coming, when they don't talk in Abuja, they were trying to parole Abuja. They were living here, we were living in serious fear. So the truth is that we have not defeated Boko Haram. Problem of insecurity is still there, but we can put our hands. Almost everyone ran away. University closed down, churches closed down, market closed down, everyone ran away. Sambisa forest will not be penetrated. Even the people of the forest, it was Sambisa forest. So the truth politics. The truth is that every day things are getting worse. For 1974, in Nigeria musicians start music. Every day things are getting worse. When they things get worse, well, it goes. The truth is that we should put our hands together. We should pray for him. We should pray for Nigeria. What is going on? That is what we say. Let me talk about when Obasanjo broadcast like this. I don't have the magic wand. I'm going to Nigeria and the economy will revive. I don't have the magic wand. If I went into Nigeria, the economy will change. Nobody has the magic wand. Please, let us ask our brothers of Nigeria. This is Embalo. We understand you. This Nigeria will still survive. Let us ask God to help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, Father Mubane. Every day things are getting worse. That's the word of a musician sang in 1974.
Yes.
And then, if you recall that, just shortly after that, some years later, after that song of Every Day Things Keep Getting Worse, that's 4 years after the Civil War. Sonny Okosin came on board and sang Which Way Nigeria. Yes. And if you go back to when Sonny Okosin sang that song, things were not as bad as we're having it today. But he had that foresight and he saw that things were not really going the way it should go. And so he sang the song of Which Way Nigeria. So if you're going to sing a song today, I wonder how you put it to solve you. If you will even know how to qualify for the next question. But that is as we have it in this nation. I always believe there is hope. That hope is going to come from somewhere. But before we do that, maybe one of our callers will be able to tell us where the hope should come from. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Sorry, go ahead, sir. Yes. Let's combine. Let's take.
I think the first stanza, they are founding fathers' national anthem. I get the first stanza. The second stanza says, "Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain." Then the last stanza says, "O God of all creation, grant us this one request. Help us to build a nation where no man, whether you are Fulani, whether you are Hausa, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Kanuri, whether you are Yoruba, whether you are Ogoni, whether you are Efik, whether you are Anan, whether you are Oron, whether you are Ogoja, whether you are Igbo, whether you are Ishekiri, wherever you come from, where no man is oppressed." In this government, we are being oppressed. People are being oppressed.
All right. I think, for sake of time, we'll be leaving it here because of, when you look at this situation, it's not one that we can just end within now. We'll continue with this discussion maybe tomorrow. Where no man is oppressed. Where no man is oppressed. That was what our heroes, our founding fathers wanted for this nation. A nation where everybody will be free, where no man is oppressed. Where we are today is actually not where they wanted us to be or where they would have loved us to be, but that's where we are, which means we can still move forward. You're watching us and hearing the sound of our voice, please. Father Mubane said, let us pray for Nigeria. As we continue to pray for this nation, let us also do the best we can to move this nation forward. So we thank you very much for finding time to still be here.
Thank you, Archie.
Thank you very much. We'll get to the promised land. I don't know the way you feel. Nigerians feel the same way, but we'll get to the promised land. Thank you, viewers, for being part of this program. Hope you've enjoyed every bit of it. We'll come away again tomorrow, God willing. On a Salah Choma, they will come up right after that. Do have a lovely day.
reward in your home.